Good evening everybody. I'd like to start off by welcoming you all here to our second ever Circular Design Awards.
You have a finalist here for the Circular Design Award. Nelson Port, when they import a lot of things, a lot of these items have covers on them and the customers don't want them after that. So they're kind of left with all this waste material which they can't recycle because of the nature of the material. The whole time I wanted to make sure it was minimal waste, so the pattern itself is cut from one singular piece, and I wanted to make it really versatile so you can actually adjust the cuffs and the waist so it fits multiple sizes. It was almost like making origami but with a jacket.
Sustainability is always in my mind because of my grandma. She's from Indonesia, and then she moved to other countries. She moved to Hong Kong, but she worked so hard. You know, the coffee shop, they always have like the coffee set. I'll ask them to have some sample and bring it to work, and then I feel them and it just looks incredible. You see like all the lining. I use one kimono. And even the backpack, I use one kimono because I want to trying to be zero waste, just like my grandmom does.
As a country that heavily rely on agriculture and everything, wool it's considered as a waste, and people do burn it, which in reality they just need to be cleaned. The coat can be unbuttoned into a bolero, it can be wear front to back, inside out, and then the main part of it can be wear as a vest.
For a sustainability assignment at uni, we were challenged to find a waste stream and create a product towards students. So that's how I came up with the idea of creating yarn out of textile waste made by the fashion students. I wanted to continue that project into a larger scale garment.
I kind of wanted to source a waste stream that isn't highly visible, and there's a lot of it, and so that's when I thought of sails. Obtain a couple of spinnaker sails. It's way bigger than the room I was working in, and there's no way you can kind of smooth it out and just work with a small bit of it. Worked around the rust, the rot, the patching, the holes. Later on it could be purposed into a small jacket, the lower half could be made into bags, things for camping. You know, I really want that circularity to continue.
Offcut is taking textile waste, taking scraps and turning it into hats. And then we also work with corporate or with businesses, take waste out of their supply chains and reuse it. So a good example of a collab that we've done was with Aperol Spritz, and that was taking some of their old umbrellas that they had outside of bars and cafes. So we're able to take that product, flip it upside down, it's still brand new. We turn that into hats for them. And then they actually gave those back as a Christmas gift to the bars and the cafes. So we want to enhance collaboration and being able to do things. Making hats isn't going to save the world, but we'll do what we can, and hopefully we put ourselves out of business.
So we know that less than 1% of the clothing that's put on the market is recycled back into new clothing, and that was really one of the key drivers behind creating the Circular Design Awards.
We've been in business 18 years now, and as that time has progressed, we've seen even more acceleration in the issues around clothing when it comes to what happens post-consumer. And the principles around circular design really makes sense in taking ownership and responsibility for the product that you make. So I knew that Koto had to come on board and support the Circular Design Awards.
The entire industry needs to shift to be more circular. We're using resources far more quickly than the world can replenish them. The industry is going to use up 40% of the world's carbon budget by the year 2050, which frankly just can't happen. But what we're seeing now is like there is an uprising within the industry around the world who know that we need to make a change to move to a circular economy. So it's something that's coming, and we either take control and design how we want that to be for us, or someone else is going to do it to us. I think that's why I'm so passionate about this, yeah.